How well do you really know someone? Today we're going to have a little fun. We're going to ask 10 or 12 questions and we're both going to answer to see how well we know each other. Now, whether you're married, single, divorced, widowed, you can play right along. Think of someone you're close to, someone in your life. It could be your kids, your best friend, whoever. And let's have a little fun today. You ready, Dave?
I'm ready.
Okay. The first question is, what is one thing your spouse does that drives you absolutely crazy, but you've learned to live with it?
Well, I would have to say it would be Sheila in the car being a backseat driver. She is the worst at this. She will, oh my goodness, slow down, speed up, pay attention. Don't talk when you drive.
He's right. I have to admit it.
And
You,
she doesn't drive.
I know. I don't even drive, but I'm telling you, I'm just talking the whole time he's driving. I'm slamming on the imaginary brake with my leg and I'm telling him, look up, look over there, do this, do that. I don't know how he puts up with me, but he does. And I'm thankful for that. Are any of you a backseat driver? Now that you know I am, you would never want to ride in a car with me. Okay, so now it's my turn to answer. What is one thing you do, Dave, that drives me absolutely crazy, but I've learned to live with it? Well, can it be more than one thing? I mean, I could have a list, but one I'll talk to in relation to what his answer was, and it's about being in the car and driving. Dave cannot do two things at one time. He cannot drive and talk at the same time. We could be going along 45 miles an hour, and the minute he starts talking, the speed will drop back to like 30 miles an hour. He's not paying any attention to what he's doing, and that drives me crazy. And I tell him every time we're in the car, but it hasn't changed. All right, the second question, if you suddenly had $10,000 that you had to spend on yourself, not for bills, not for the house, not for your spouse, what would you buy?
I'd say a trike motorcycle, a Harley.
Really?
Well, I'm getting older and, I've lost a lot of my strength.
Yeah.
And my motorcycle I have now weighs a lot, like 800 pounds.
Yep.
So it's in my mind,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think about that because I know it'd be a lot easier because I don't have to hold it up.
Okay. Now, if I suddenly got $10,000, what would I spend it on? My answer would be nothing. I would not spend it. I'm not a spender like that.
No, you're not.
But if I did, I would just give it to my grandkids. If I got $10,000, I'd split it up between the five of them and give it away.
Yeah, I could see you doing that.
Yeah. Number three, what is one thing that you used to care about that you absolutely don't care about anymore? Well, I'm going to answer that first because I would say pretty much everything. I mean, I used to care, like most people do, care about what people think, or am I pleasing them, or do they like the way I dress, or it could just be anything. And I don't care about any of it now anymore. I could care less. It's a waste of my energy, my time, and my thoughts. So I just don't care about the same things that I used to. How about you, Dave?
I'd have to say for me, it probably was um, appearance,
Uh-huh.
meaning now I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. If I could wear whatever my underwear and slippers, I'd be content and happy. I just don't. I don't care anymore. What
There's,
people, like you said, what people think or
yeah.
whatever. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, I can remember, there was a time in my life, and I'm sure yours, where, I mean, you would never go out of the house in your slippers. I mean, not to a store or something.
No.
Now, I could care less. I will go out anywhere in my slippers. Number four, which one of you are more stubborn? You.
You.
Why did you say that?
Oh, please. You were you were stubborn to a fault.
Yeah,
You won't relent. You won't. One of your famous sayings is, "It's the principle of the thing."
I know.
Yeah. So
I have to admit he's right. I am more stubborn than him. He can be stubborn at times,
yeah, at times.
but nothing on the scale that I am. I've been told I'm stubborn my whole life. And you know what? It's worked for me and I'm not changing it.
Well, if it works, then I guess you don't have to.
Yeah. All right. Question number five. What's one thing you think you do better than your spouse?
Oh, I have a list. No, I'd say cook because you don't cook.
Hey, he's right. He definitely does better at cooking than me. In fact, I mean, he's he's the one because I don't cook.
No, you did once.
Yeah, but not like real cooking.
Right.
All right, for me, it would be clean.
Hmm.
I do that better than you or anybody else that would be in here.
Well, I can clean, and she'll still find what I missed.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, you didn't get that. You
Yeah,
didn't get
it has
this.
to be done just a certain way. I
Yeah.
start at a certain spot in the room, and you can't run the sweeper until you dust the table first, and things like that. So, yeah, it would be clean. If we had to live in a tiny one-bedroom apartment together for a year, what would be the biggest problem we would have?
I'd say you would drive me insane because of again the cleaning. It's like
Yeah.
you go from a house this size to a little tiny trailer or whatever, and there should be less cleaning. But for you, no, there would not be less cleaning.
Well, I'll tell you the biggest problem we would have if we were in a one-room place.
Yeah,
It would be you getting in my way.
it's very true.
Dave, it seems to always be in my way. I fly through this house from room to room to room, and it's at a pretty quick speed. And no matter what, he's right there in the way. Every time, every room I go into.
Because you're so fast.
And you don't move.
No, I'm practicing. I'm practicing when I get real old.
Okay. All right. What is one thing about getting older that has actually made our marriage better?
I'd say acceptance.
Mhm.
Acceptance, yeah.
Acceptance of what?
Each other,
Yeah.
our quirks, our little things we do, our habits.
Yes. That's true because, you know, as you get older, more things come into your life or come up in your life. And I think you get to the point where you know what really matters. You stop sweating the small stuff like you did when you were younger
I like that.
and didn't have the same amount of wisdom. You really look at each other's strengths and weaknesses and you just accept them. You don't criticize
No.
weaknesses anymore like you may have done years ago. You accept it and
Hmm.
you learn to live with it. What is one thing you absolutely refuse to do? just because you're older?
Well, that's a good question.
Mm,
Hmm. It's a toughie because I don't think there's anything that I necessarily refuse to do because I'm older.
mm-hmm.
Um, there may be some things that I can't do the same
Yeah.
as I could years ago, but I still feel like I can do pretty much anything. I don't feel like there's anything I can't do.
Well, one thing I absolutely refuse to do
Hmm.
because I'm getting older is get old. I'm not going to get old. Yes, I'm aging. The years are climbing on up and they will continue to. But I am not going to get old. I don't want to have an old spirit, an old attitude.
Yeah.
I just don't want that in my life. So I'm not going to get old. When we disagree, who you. I didn't ask the question yet.
I know. It's just, you're so cute.
When we disagree, who usually gives in first?
Oh, it's me, 1000%. You never give in.
What are you talking
Oh
about?
my goodness.
Explain yourself.
It's nothing to explain. It's just what you say earlier, stubbornness is one of your traits or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, it's okay, but you're.
I can't help it if I'm always right.
Well, that's another
Okay.
thing you learn at the years of being married.
But yeah, he's right. He gives in first. I hold my ground to the bitter end, and you all know that about me. If your spouse could change one habit of yours, what do you think they would choose?
You go first. Because,
I don't know which one he would change in me, but I can tell you what I change in him. And I'm telling you, there's a list this long. But one of them is if he gets up from the kitchen table, he never pushes the chair back in. And that drives me crazy.
but what if.
The whole kitchen is clean and the table looks so pretty and everything. He can sit there for 30 seconds, get up, and he leaves the chair out from under the table. It drives me nuts.
I could be coming back?
It doesn't matter. All right, how would you answer that?
Um,
If you could change some habit I have, what would it be?
it's interesting. I don't believe any of your habits bother me. Because,
Oh, I beg to differ with you.
well, I mean, some of the things, like we were talking about earlier, backseat driving and all that.
Those aren't habits. That's who I am. We're talking about habits.
Okay. It would be how you prepare your food and your meals and your coffee. And guys, I'm not kidding you. I gave up a long time ago. I try to be sometimes, well, I'll make her a cup of coffee. I have no clue. Go ahead, tell them. Tell them what your coffee thing is. Just the
Well, I
coffee.
just only I can make my coffee. It has to be done a certain way.
Down
And
to how many seconds.
yes, it does. Yes.
And her food, it has to be just perfect on the plate and every little thing.
Okay, what is something you thought would be important at this age that turned out not to matter at all?
That's a pretty easy one for me. I
Okay.
was always a pessimist. And so it was like when things happen in life, I would try to look at everything, whatever, what could happen or worrying about something or whatever. And I have learned, thank you, Jesus, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't change anything. Just does not matter. You just have to let it go.
You're right.
Hmm.
For me, I guess I'd say living near the kids and the grandkids, family. I used to think I could never live
Yeah.
more than even 5 miles
Mm-hmm.
from my kids and grandkids. And we lived directly across the street from our one son and
Yep.
their two kids, and then a mile away from the other son and the three grandkids. And I could never imagine not being able to see them every day and be involved in every part of their life. But I found
Mm-hmm.
out that didn't matter. It doesn't matter where you live because when we moved here to South Carolina, we moved 7 hours away from our kids and grandkids and family. And it hasn't made a difference because they come and visit so regularly.
Yeah, that's
And the
true.
grandkids are all adults, so they can drive and they can come whenever they want. And they do come a lot.
They do.
And so it doesn't matter where you live. When you have that closeness, it's with you no matter where you're at.
I would agree. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I
Okay.
agree.
If we could go back and give our younger self one piece of marriage advice, what would it be?
Happy wife, happy life.
And mine would be, don't do it. I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
No, mine would be, don't have any expectations.
Wow, that's powerful.
When we're young and kind of starry-eyed in love, you think this person is going to complete you and make you happy and, provide the home you want to have and just all the things. And we have all these expectations, which we don't really have the right to have of someone else.
No,
So that would be my number one advice. Don't go in it with blinders on. Don't have any expectations.
that's great. I love that.
Okay. If you and I switched lives for 1 week, which part of my life would be the hardest for you?
Running around constantly doing everything laundry, cleaning, dishes, changing the sheets in the beds. I would be exhausted. I'm exhausted just sharing it.
Well, that's funny because which part of your life would be the hardest for me? Sitting on my butt. I just could not sit around as much as you can. I'm not a sedentary person. Dave can sit down and just enjoy sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I could never do that. I
I,
just couldn't. So we're definitely total opposites.
we are.
I guess the saying opposites attract
Yeah.
really worked in this case
I
because we
believe
are polar opposite in that area.
we truly are, Sheila.
All right, the last question. After all these years, what is one thing about your spouse that you're still grateful for?
Oh, wow. Well, I always say she's my angel in life. I'm grateful for your generosity. I'm grateful, you get emotional, how much you care about everybody. And no matter who it is, I love how you're just amazing. And I love you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, how I would answer that question. I am so grateful and have been all these years for the heart that Dave has, that he took in my three children and made them his own.
And I've loved every day.
Yes, he has. He has loved them like they were his own. He's always put them first, always above me or something that we may want to do. The kids and the grandkids have
Yeah.
always come first. There's nothing that he wouldn't do for them.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And I saw that in him from the very beginning.
Thank
And
you,
I'm
sweetheart.
so grateful that he has remained that way, been faithful and loyal to that our entire lives together.
Thank you.
That means so much to me.
Thank you so much, Sheila.
Well, gee, I didn't mean to end on a
We
on a
started.
sad note.
I know. I know.
But that's the good thing about, asking these kind of questions and thinking about the people that are in our lives or that we spend time with or that we love. We can learn that we overlook the things that used to drive us crazy or be a big deal in our life. We learn to appreciate the things we've learned about each other over the years.
True.
And we've definitely learned how to live with the things that drive us absolutely nuts.
You should have wrote a list. You could have shown it to him. Number 1.
Well, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. I would love for you to share something in the comments. Share something about someone. It could be your spouse, your kid, your friend, whoever. Any one of the questions, something you appreciate about them, something they do that drives you crazy, or a habit that annoys you to no end. I think we could all get a lot of laughs, and we can also see that, you can know somebody pretty well when you've spent many, many years with them.
You're right.
And the good, the bad,
And
the
the ugly.
ugly, it all matters.
It does. It
All
does.
right, let's talk about an inside beauty tip. Dave is going to do the inside beauty tip today.
Well, thank you. The inside beauty tip today is Romans 15:7, which states, "Accept one another, just as Christ accepted you, in order to bring praise to God." And I think that's a beautiful passage. I'd written down some notes about this, and because I do forget quite a few things, which somebody tells me a lot. I call it chemo brain. But I wrote down, accept people where they are. Be patient with their weaknesses, forgive their mistakes, and love them the way Christ has loved you. And I just feel like that's just an incredible, beautiful passage about how we are supposed to treat one another.
Well, because everyone has strengths
Mm-hmm.
and weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so easy to pounce on somebody's weaknesses.
Amen.
But we've all got gifts and talents and strengths and weaknesses from God. And so we can't look at a weakness as something that is a negative. It's something you accept. And if you have a strength in an area and someone else has the weakness, you're to use your strength in that situation. That's a gift that you have that you can offer the other person, whoever it is.
Absolutely. And nothing is better, as we found in doing this video. A lot of times we forget the humor in things. We take things too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And really, we do need to laugh about so many things about each other because it lightens the mood. It makes it better.
It does. We torment each other all day long. And it's easy. We make it easy
Yeah.
because
You're right.
I have a lot I can torment Dave on, and he has a lot he can torment me on.
Oh, but that's what makes it special, I think. When you take it to the level of Christ, it makes all the difference in the world. And I just pray for all of you who are in any kind of relationship, no matter what it is, that you offer more grace to people because I think they need that grace.
Yes.
And Christ gives that grace to us. We would not be saved was it not for the grace of God. So, very powerful.
That is absolutely beautiful, and thank you so much for sharing that.
You're so very welcome. I just pray that, I mean, I watch every video you do, plus I edit them.
Yeah,
But I love your beauty tips, and they always touch my heart and my spirit.
thank you.
So I'm glad that you thought I did a
You did an
decent job.
outstanding job.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And until we meet again, this is the old girl
And the old guy.
signing out. See ya.
Bye, everyone.